lane roundabout that will be coming in front of Royal Hardware. So that project will be moved forward. That funding is already there. So when I talk about what's coming, in my mind, that's already coming because we funded it. And those projects will be starting very soon, and citizens will see that traffic change, those traffic pattern change very, very quickly.
In the list of priorities for the town of Mount Pleasant, does council and do you see roads and infrastructure improvements as a high priority, or is it somewhere in the middle? And what's the biggest priority?
Well, I think you got to talk about quality of life. And quality of life is different for everyone. Perhaps quality of life for you is not traveling on a road at all, but having a neighborhood that you live in and sitting on your porch and relaxing. Quality of life is different for everyone. I believe that quality of life for our citizens is roads that are easy to travel and are not heavily congested. So to me, it's a quality of life issue. As we continue to grow, we have got to address connectivity, and we have to address funding, and we have to address maintenance. And those issues are ongoing forever, not just during my 4-year tenure. It has to happen for 100 years. Roads are important to how a community functions.
How does business then impact the needs that we have in this community? That certainly, if we encourage more business, that might help in terms of taxation. But some folks don't like big boxes, and they don't want to see all of those little places where you're shopping and people are all over the place. I know a community in this area that said no to a gasoline station.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so,
recently.
Yeah, recently. And the question is, do we not need business, or do we just need more residents to come in from other places to pay taxes so that we can do the things that we need to do? I mean, which do we have? Is there a little bit of each?
Well, what we have is a lot of residential, and we have a fair amount of business.
There's a lot of building going on too.
We need a lot more business, and that affects roads. Here is the vision, and my brother is one of my advisors. I have two brothers, and they're both, of course, I'm the little sister, so they're often telling me what to do. Early on in my process of learning how to be mayor, my brother Tony said, you need to get your helicopter license. I didn't know what he was talking about. And he said, well, you need to get in the helicopter and have a view from above, and you need to look at the broad picture. So the broad picture for transportation is this. If we have high-paying jobs, not necessarily just retail jobs, not tourism jobs, but real high-paying IT jobs, medical jobs, office and business jobs, then people can work and live here. They won't need to travel. They can get on their bike, or they'll be closer. There'll be less commute.
Are we attracting those kinds of businesses, though? Or are they coming to Mount Pleasant? Is there space in Mount Pleasant for them? How do the first, is there the space for large industry to come in, for an example, that would give to the community lots of job opportunities? I mean, can we do that? And I know that's a big question, but
it's not a big question. I'm glad to see you get so excited about it.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I mean, it's my community too. So
there are places identified. Carolina Park has a large area. Now, we're never going to have industry. Smokestacks are not the goal that we're looking for. What we're looking for is those medical jobs, IT jobs, office jobs, where someone truly can make a living here.
Yeah.
Technology is what we're doing. And to do that, what we have identified through the direction of our council, which I have an excellent council, so through my office and the direction of our town council and the town administrator, we have identified the need for a true economic development position. We are going to hire someone, he or she, we're going to put out a request and pay them very well to do just what you said. We're going to not only identify the areas that are appropriate for those business centers and technology centers, but we're actively going to go out and court them. And then hopefully that position will shift into maybe a true economic development corporation that can fund differently, because it's not just public money, it can also be private money. And we can truly make this a work-live community, which I know would be a goal for all of us.
Absolutely, it would. And I'll tell you, this has been a dynamic interview. I've enjoyed talking with you so much. Thank you, Mayor Page, for being our guest on the Transportation Sales Tax Program. And we hope to be talking to you again in the very near future. I hope that you've enjoyed the program as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. Again, this has been the Transportation Sales Tax Program, also known as Roadwise. I'm Cheryl Harleston. For more information about the Charleston County Transportation Sales Tax Program and specific information on the road construction improvement projects, visit us on our web at roads.charlestoncounty.org. Also, connect with us on Facebook and Twitter at CC Roadwise.